What's up, everyone? Welcome back to today's Undialed video. You know, we're here in the completed fingerboard park and it feels so good to sit here and make videos for you guys. And today we are actually coming out with a pretty special video. Today we're going to be talking about the spectrum of fingerboards. And what I mean by that is basically there's a wide range of fingerboards out there. There's really inexpensive fingerboards, and then there's really high-end fingerboards. Today we're going to be talking about the lowest end fingerboard all the way up to the highest end fingerboard and the steps in between to help you guys make the best decision for buying probably your first fingerboard if you're watching this video. But if you are somebody that has a fingerboard and wants to upgrade, I'm going to be talking about those reasons. I'm really excited to jump into this video and show you guys the fingerboards that I got. Some of the products that I'm going to be featuring today, as well as this shirt and many other products, are available at undialed.co. So make sure to head over there and check out the range of stuff that we got. But anyway, guys, let's jump into this. So in fingerboarding, I feel like a common thing that happens is a lot of people will be like, "Hey dude, nice tech deck." You know, and you'll always hear the word tech deck, tech deck, tech deck, tech deck. Tech deck is kind of like, I'm gonna put this in scooter terms, it's like the razor of scootering. It's kind of the brand that revolutionized the entire idea of fingerboarding. And when they first initially came out with it, I think it was more of a toy, but then it turned into an actual hobby that people do. And there are brands that branched off from that. They were a really low, I don't want to say quality fingerboard, because I mean they were the first ones, but they were just a fingerboard that was really inexpensive. And tech deck, I feel like pretty much everyone has tried a tech deck before. You know what those are like. And that is going to be the first fingerboard, the base fingerboard that I'm going to be talking about. So let me show you guys the tech deck. So right here we have a tech deck, and this tech deck I got at Target for $5. So this is our base model $5 tech deck. And you know, I haven't actually messed around with tech decks in so long. I've used just good fingerboards for the last, I don't know, 5 to 10 years. So I haven't really messed around with tech decks too much, but they are a very important brand in this fingerboard world. And I'm gonna unbox this thing really quick. You know, just at first glance, this thing looks a lot wider than tech decks in the past. So apparently this board is not rare, it's common. It has a blue marker next to it, meaning that it's a common board. So let's unbox this. Alright, so pulling out the tech deck, we don't have anything else in here. It's just cardboard and plastic at this point. Ooh, we got a little flip sticker right here, as well as 4 little flip stickers that are taped to this actual piece of plastic right here. And it has this little like stand, this little tech deck stand. It's like this little plastic piece that I'm assuming the board can sit into, and it like holds your fingerboard up. Yeah, I think that's what it's supposed to do. I'm actually a little bit disappointed right now. I remember back in the day when you'd get tech decks, you would always get like a little yellow tool, but it's kind of weird that they don't have those anymore. I mean, I get that it's only $5, but I don't know. I've never seen this little plastic piece before, and I've usually comes with a tool. So maybe these are just modern tech decks. These are 2020 tech decks. I can't say that I've had a tech deck in the last 5 years. So let's try this thing out really quick. First glance of this board is definitely wider. I think this board is 30 millimeters. I remember tech decks back in the day. So normal tech decks, or at least tech decks from when I was a child, were 26 millimeters wide, and I'm pretty sure this thing is 30 millimeters wide. And the concave on it is a lot gnarlier, and the kicks are a lot higher. So I would say that this tech deck right now, 2020 tech decks, are way more superior than tech decks in the past. Let me see if I have one really quick. So it turns out, good news, I actually do have a tech deck, and you can see that this tech deck is a lot wider than the old Enjoy tech deck. You can even see it on the top. I think it's really cool that they keep the classic tech deck grip tape on the top. I think that looks really cool. And on all the base model tech decks, they continue to have this sandpaper. They haven't jumped it up to foam tape quite yet, and I think that that's all right for these little boards. I feel like the sandpaper is good for beginners when you're learning. Obviously, foam tape is better, but for a cheap $5 complete, I think that this is a fine piece of grip tape. Also, I feel like a lot of the times when people buy tech decks, they're kind of buying a little model skateboard. They're not necessarily buying a toy that they can do a hobby with. So I feel like the real sandpaper grip tape is cool if you want this thing just as a little model of your skateboard. Like hypothetically, what if you had this skate deck in real life? Then it would be cool to have the sandpaper on here if you just wanted this little model. So I think as a model, this thing is great. It doesn't have bearing wheels. It has wide trucks, which is really cool. I know that these were really hard to get. It actually has little metal washers in the truck. So I mean, this thing is really good. But once again, it's the base model. It's the $5 fingerboard. Let's take it a step up beyond the tech deck. So I'm gonna leave this one right here. So I have another $5 fingerboard right here, and this is actually something that I'm really stoked to unbox right now. This is a Series 1 Skate Anything, BrailleSkateboarding.com mini collectible skateboard by Braille Skateboarding. This is part of the first series. On the back right here, it has all of these really unique fingerboards that are all these crazy shapes. And I think that this is really cool, actually. I know that Braille does a lot of videos where they basically take everyday objects and they convert them into skateboards. And I think that's actually really cool that they've then taken that idea and turned it into a consumer product that they sell exclusively at Target, I'm pretty sure. I purchased this at Target and it was $5. So I'm gonna see how this thing compares to the tech deck. You know, we got two inexpensive fingerboards, both sold at the same place. Let's see how it compares. Before I open it, their packaging allows you to not see into it, and I think that the whole idea of it is basically there's gonna be some random board from this series right here that I'm gonna get. So whatever board comes in here, I'm gonna be comparing it to the tech deck. So let's open this up. I got the glass fingerboard. That's pretty sick. Whoa. What else comes in here? So yeah, just this thing is empty. So I have this little paper right here, and that comes with a little poster actually, and that has all of the potential fingerboards that you can get on here. And I actually got the glass one right here. I thought they just sent me trucks for a second, but it's actually just the glass fingerboards. So, and right here actually, this is so cool. It actually comes with a little tech deck tool, or I guess it's not a tech deck tool, it's a Braille tool. So that's really cool that it comes with this. Let me talk to you about this fingerboard. This fingerboard is, I believe it almost looks a little bit wider than 30 millimeters. It might be like 32 millimeters, but it's significantly shorter. It doesn't look that much shorter, but it's definitely a lot shorter. The nose and the tail are a lot shorter, and the deck itself is just flat in general. Like, it doesn't really have much of a shape. I'm curious if the glass skateboard on their channel was the similar shape, or if this is how all of their fingerboard shapes are. Before I go any further, I also want to say these clear wheels on the clear deck is really cool. So yeah, let me try this thing. Whoa. So there is no grip tape on here, so it's kind of hard, but wow. Alright, so first impression, it's actually hard to see tricks when you're doing them on here. Because it's clear, you just see right through it, which is a problem I never thought I would face with fingerboarding. But this is a solid little fingerboard for $5. I'm actually really stoked on this. Would I say it's a great performing fingerboard? No. But I think it's a really cool model, if that's what you're going for. And I think it's a cool little knick-knack just to have. That's a cool thing that you could show your friends and try to goof around on. But as a serious fingerboard, I don't think this is a real candidate. Let's keep opening up some packages. The next one that I got right here is another Braille package. This is a Braille Skateboarding Series 1 mystery 2-pack this time. You know, we had the single pack a second ago, but now we have the 2-pack. Let's open this thing up. This is, I'm assuming, yeah, same series on the back, so I know for sure I'm getting the stick board. I thought this would look really cool, but I'm curious to see what the other fingerboard that I'm getting is. So let's open this up. So right out of the box, there is nothing else in here. We just have, I think this is probably going to be the same poster. I'm just guessing. Let's see if I guessed correctly. I have guessed correctly. We have two of the same poster now. And right here, get out of here, sucker. Right here is the stick board. And this right here is just literally a 2x4 with fingerboard trucks and wheels on it. This thing is so goofy. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna see if I can do some tricks with this real quick. Whoa! I'm gonna get a switch flip for you. Honestly, this thing is better than I thought it would be, but it's still really bad. I'm not really expecting much though, to be honest. This is a rectangular piece of plastic with wheels and trucks attached to it. It's kind of it's actually just a joke. Like, this is just something they've had from one of their videos. So I'm not really going to review this because, I mean, you can see what it looks like. But let's see what's in the other little package. Alrighty, so we got a blue bag. Braille skateboarding blue bag. Alright. So we have the guitar skateboard. What? That's so funny. And it comes with some extra wheels and a little tool. So we got 2 extra pairs of wheels and a tool. Super awesome. But we have a guitar. What the heck? Oh man, I'm gonna have to get a session at the end with all of these weird boards. Let's move on to the next package. So we actually have another Braille skateboarding product right here. This one was a little bit more expensive. This one right here was $15, and it is called the Mystery Skate Wheel, and it comes with one set. Ooh, it actually comes with a grind rail, ramp, 4 skateboards, 4 sets of trucks, 16 wheels, mini stickers, and a tool. And it comes in this crazy wheel-shaped container. So yeah, let's see what boards we get in here. I'm assuming that they're going to be kind of goofy like the other ones, but you know, we're okay with goofy here. So let's see what's in here. I'm hoping that there's just a standard Braille fingerboard, like not a goofy one, so that way I can compare it to a tech deck. Alright. Ooh, okay. So opening up the wheel, first look, we got 1 bag, 2 bag, 3 bag, and 4 bags. So we're gonna open these up in a second. Oh, we got like a whole bunch of extra trucks and wheels, not just like some extra, like there's a whole bunch in here. So dang, heck yeah. Thanks, Braille. And we got this tiny, tiny, tiny little rail. Like, this thing is so little. Hold on, let me see if I can get the ramp real quick. We got another one of the same posters. Got 3 of them now. And here's that little kicker they were talking about. So the wheel is empty at this point. I'm gonna put it on the ground. So these obstacles are kind of interesting. Right here is this tiny, tiny, tiny rail. This thing is literally like so low. Like, it's just so little. I guess this thing would be really good if you're a beginner in fingerboarding and want to practice, but it's also like really light. I feel like it would slide around a lot if I was to give my honest opinion. But I'm stoked that they included some obstacles in here. Like this is not a bad little thing if you're trying to learn how to ollie and you want to practice some tricks. It also comes with a little kicker as well. You can like set these up so you can hit the kicker and then go to the rail. This is a cool little package. So I think that this obstacle right here was really smart of them to include. I know this is a really popular style of obstacle with every type of fingerboarder. I know Black River makes something very similar to this. It's like the pocket kicker. These are really helpful little obstacles. So I think that these 2 obstacles are pretty smart. Let's unbox the fingerboards. All right, first blue baggie. Let's see what's in here. Oh man, right here we have a flat screen TV with what? It comes with 4 trucks on the bottom and 8 wheels. That's wild. Alright, so TV. Yo, what? A snowboard? So we got a snowboard in here as well. That's so funny. It has like some fake bindings on here. That's hilarious. Wow. I actually really like snowboarding too, so this is goofy. Dun 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 dun. An ironing board! So we got an ironing board skateboard. This is so funny, man. Like, what? We got a ladder! So I was really hoping that I would get just like a standard Braille fingerboard. I mean, they advertise them on the packaging, but I only got goofy things. So out of all of the fingerboards I got a ladder, I got an ironing board, I got a snowboard, I got a TV. I got a guitar. I got a 2x4, and I have a piece of glass or simulated glass. So these are the Braille fingerboards. This is a lineup right here. This is a starting lineup of winners. But I actually got something I want to add to this starting lineup of winners. You know, Undialed does not discriminate on what you ride. Obviously, I just unboxed a ladder that people skateboard on, so I don't think a bike is that far of a stretch. This is just kind of a little extra thing I wanted to include in this video. This is a Deck BMX, so let me open this really quick. Alright, so we got the bike right here. We got this green thing. Alright, so we got this We the People bike. The chain actually works. This is so funny. I like how they just use a rubber band that looks like a bike chain as the bike chain. That's fire. That's so funny. And then we have this green rail thing. I don't really know what you're supposed to do with this. It doesn't have pegs. So I think you're supposed to just... crank arm grind the... Right? We've unboxed a whole bunch of goofy products so far. So let's get back into the fingerboard unboxing. When I was at Target and I was picking out some items for this video, I was really hoping that I could just get a standard Braille fingerboard that I could relate this to, but unfortunately I did not. You saw the process of that. But I ended up getting another style of Deck board, and I want to show you guys that right now. I saw this unique looking Deck board, and it was called the Performance Series, and this Deck right here was $13. I just kind of caught my eye because I've never seen a singular Deck for over $10 before, and it looks like on the side of it that it's actually made out of wood. And I remember way back in the day when I was a young kid, they actually came out with wooden fingerboards. I just lied right there. They did have wooden Decks, and they were decent, but the shape was just really weird with them. Like, they weren't comparable to real fingerboards. So now that I saw these that I could tell are wider and look good, I'm really curious to see how these feel. Let me read some specs about it really quick. Real wood board, foam grip tape, soft durometer, grippy wheels, rubber bushings. Nice. Okay. Does it say how wide it is? No. So it says this thing is built with high performance parts for ultimate action. Let's see about that. So I'm gonna open up this Deck real quick. This is a cool packaging, by the way. I like the circle packaging. It gives it a cool modern look compared to the little hang packaging that they normally use. So that just came right out. Look at that. So right off the bat, I'm kind of annoyed at Deck. You know, on their old previous fingerboards, they would always come with a tool, and not even on their performance fingerboards do they come with a tool at all. You know, the only thing this thing actually comes with is just the fingerboard, which is a little bit disappointing because I really feel like if you're gonna buy a performance Deck, it should come with a tool. But let's see how this board is. This board is definitely 30 millimeters wide, and just comparing it to a normal Deck, they have the exact same trucks as a normal Deck, and what it looks like, the wheels look a little bit different. The wheels look a little bit of a more of a matte color on the higher end Deck, and on the cheaper one they look a little bit more shiny. Shape is very comparable to a normal Deck, except it's definitely wood. Like, there's just a certain plastic element that this board has. It's just the weird way it shapes. You can just tell it's plastic. This one just has a nice wood defined shape to it. It comes with foam tape on here that's printed with the Deck logo. I think that's really cool that they keep that consistent. But this is a Toy Machine complete. Let me see how this thing feels really quick. Ooh. Alright, right off the bat, the wheels are a lot softer than normal Deck wheels. These wheels actually feel really good. There's no bearings inside of them, unfortunately, but for a $12 board, I'm not really expecting that. And these wheels feel nice. For a $12 Deck, I'm actually pretty shocked with this thing. This is not bad. This thing is good. Wow. 5 plies, pretty standard. It's a little bit thicker than I would say a normal fingerboard is, and I would say it's a little bit heavier. But if you're somebody who wants to just get into fingerboarding and really wants to save money, I would go with this thing. I would get this thing over a normal Tech Deck. Good job, Tech Deck. I just wish you would include more things with the actual fingerboard. All right, guys, so the next fingerboard that I'm gonna be showing you is actually this fingerboard that Yellowood makes. This fingerboard is called a Startwood fingerboard, and they are available through Yellowood, and also they're available at undialed.co. They're a fingerboard that Undialed sells and that we support. This fingerboard goes for $35, and this fingerboard is really awesome. Let me take it out of the bag and talk to you about it. Alright, so it just comes in this pretty standard baggie, but it comes with a tool, which is really cool in case you want to like adjust your fingerboard. And it comes with no grip tape on top, but it comes with a sheet of foam tape that you can put on yourself. I think this is kind of cool because it allows you to do what you want with the grip tape. You can either put a line in it, you can put stickers on it, you can do whatever you want with this grip tape, instead of just coming with a pre-cut piece. This fingerboard also comes with bearing wheels, so these wheels are going to be a little bit nicer than the Tech Deck wheels. They come with 30mm wide trucks that are really polished, and they kind of look like Black River trucks a little bit. So I would say that the trucks are a little bit better than the Tech Deck trucks. They are very, very comparable in length. They actually look like a very similar shape. It's just that the Startwood is a little bit thinner and a little bit lighter. I'm going to put the grip tape on this really quick and tell you what I think. So when I put on grip tape, I always use this little file. This file is really nice because you can basically just stroke down and it cuts the grip tape really, really nicely and just has a good look. So this is what I normally cut grip tape with. I just find it to be the easiest way. If you don't have a little file, I also recommend using scissors, not by cutting it, but just opening up the scissors and using the blade to basically do what I'm doing with this. Alrighty, so just like that, the fingerboard is set up. You can see that they are very comparable. I would say that the Startwood is justified in its price though, at $35. This is a well worth $35 fingerboard. So we have our beginner range right here. This is our lower end fingerboard. This starts at $5. Then we go up to the $12 fingerboard, which is honestly blowing my mind. This is a really good fingerboard. After that, we go up to the $35 fingerboard, but there is still one more step in the fingerboarding that I want to talk about, and that is the high-end fingerboards. Alright guys, so let's talk about the high-end fingerboards for a second. I actually have some cool high-end fingerboards right here that I want to show you. So the high-end fingerboards that I'm going to be showing you guys today are these Yellowood fingerboards. I'm actually going to be building 2 of them on this video for you guys. So the first difference with high-end fingerboards is basically that they come individually packaged. You can buy high-end fingerboards as a little set, but even when you buy the set, they're probably going to come in a separate package for the trucks, separate package for the wheels, and a separate package for the decks. These decks alone right here are more expensive than all of the other fingerboards. These decks alone go for $45 each, like each. So, and that is way more expensive than this $35 complete, or this $12 complete, or this $5 complete. So if you're considering getting one of these higher end fingerboards, I would recommend either having a fingerboard in the past to guarantee that you like fingerboarding, or have a big budget, because when you buy one of these, you're kind of investing a little bit of money into fingerboarding, and that's not a bad thing at all if this is something that you spend your time doing. But if it's just something you're kind of dabbling in, I would definitely recommend going with one of the cheaper completes. The trucks also come in a very similar package. In fact, they're the exact same package. These trucks are also $45, and these trucks, the reason that they are so expensive is because when they made these trucks, they basically created a mold, and then creating the mold for pieces of metal this tiny is really, really expensive. And they're not doing huge quantities where they can make them so cheap to the point that they cost $10 for a pair. They're doing it in such small quantities that the trucks are just really expensive. You're paying for quality, you're paying for precision in products, and that's what you're going to be getting with these trucks. The wheels also come in their own little case. They come in these little square plastic dishes, and these are really cool. The wheels are held down by some double-sided tape, and these wheels right here are actually dual bearing wheels, meaning that there's 2 bearings inside of each wheel, which is pretty incredible when you think about how small engineering can be. You know, you see that there's bearings on skateboard wheels or on scooter wheels, and if you've ever taken apart that bearing, you'd realize that the things inside of a skateboard bearing or a scooter bearing are actually really small themselves, so you can only imagine how small the little components inside these wheels are. I've never broken a fingerboard bearing and watched it explode before, but I always thought it'd be kind of funny because you would never find any little pieces that are inside of one of these tiny bearings. They would be gone. So before I build these completes, I just want to talk to you about how cool these completes are. These 2 decks right here are actually my first model signature complete and my third model signature complete. My second model signature complete looks like this, and I don't have a brand new one, unfortunately, but I have these 2 models, and these 2 models are really, really cool. I am actually not going to be building up this one right here. This is my display fingerboard. I have one that I ride right here. So the fingerboards that I'm going to be building up are my V1 Complete, because I don't actually have one that is set up right now. I gave it away to a friend. And the other one that I'm going to be building is this @ sign with a hook through it. I think this is just kind of a cool fingerboard, and I like to have multiple graphics around the park. I'm gonna build these 2 up right now, and I honestly can't wait, so let's do it. So when you get just the deck, you're gonna be getting this little card right here with some information. You're gonna be getting the actual Yellowood deck. That's going to tell you the size that it's handwritten on the top on all Yellowood decks. So you will get the deck. You'll get this little sticker sheet right here that has some cool Yellowood stickers that are small enough to put on your fingerboard. And the final thing that you're going to get is this piece of foam tape that actually has this little line in it, if you can see it or not, that'll tell you where you need to cut it if you do want a line in your grip tape. With the Y-Trucks, you're going to get basically the same thing, same little pamphlet, except Y-Trucks version. You're going to be getting a sticker sheet that is the same that you would get with the deck. You're going to be getting a Yellowood tool that is in the shape of a Y, as well as 10 little screws for your complete. You're going to be getting the trucks that come with the nuts at the end. Normally, you wouldn't get 2 different colored base plates. I had just used 2 different ones on my other complete, so these are the other 2 trucks from that. So I'm going to be using these 2 trucks just to give it a cool little distinct look. The wheels that I'm going to be using are these green and yellow wheels. They have this cool little yellow stripe in here, and I think that this green will go nice with the green that is on the fingerboard. So guys, let's set up this fingerboard. So here's the spectrum of fingerboards that I have that I've unboxed and showed you guys in the course of this video. On one end of the spectrum, we have a 26mm plastic tech deck, and this one's actually old, all the way up into a 34mm wide professional top-of-the-line Yellowood fingerboard. At one end of the spectrum, you have $5. On the other end of the spectrum, you have $125. And the difference between that is insane. You're literally paying 25 times more for this fingerboard than for this fingerboard. At the end of the day, raw materials, they're pretty much the exact same size. It's just the quality that has gone into these 2 are night and day. I would say that if you are somebody who is just getting into fingerboarding, like literally has never owned a fingerboard in their entire life and is just someone that stumbled across this video, the fingerboard that I would recommend for you is just to completely skip the plastic ones. There's literally no point. When they're selling wooden fingerboards for $12 these days, I would definitely recommend the $12 fingerboard. If you live in the United States, you probably just have to drive to your local Target. You don't even have to order these online, and I would say that these are the best option. If you have one of these and you want to take it up to the next level, I would almost recommend getting one of these boards that we sell on undialed.co. The only reason that I would recommend this board is because the grip tape is a little bit better, the trucks are a little bit better, the wheels have bearings in them, and it's just a little bit lighter of a fingerboard that I think is a little bit easier to control. So I would recommend bumping up from the $12 Tech Deck to the $35 board, or if you just want to go for gold, then I'd recommend getting a professional quality fingerboard. And the people that I would suggest the professional quality fingerboard are the people that use their fingerboard more than just once a week. Somebody that dedicates time to go and fingerboard and film clips or just have fun with it. I would recommend getting one of these higher quality fingerboards because they're just that good. They really do feel that much better than the other fingerboards, but you won't really be able to notice the difference even until you get moderately good on a lower end fingerboard. So this is definitely a step to look forward to if you're still a beginner, but if you are at the point where you're starting to dedicate quite a bit of your time to fingerboarding, I'd recommend getting a Yellowood deck. We actually sell these high-end Yellowood completes on undialed.co, so go check these out. We also sell the $30 Startwood completes that are really awesome. If you don't want to order from us, then that is totally fine. Just head over to Target and check out these wooden tech decks. And that's basically been the spectrum of fingerboarding. There's so many other brands in fingerboarding that make super high-end product and less brands that make lower-end product. And basically, all of the high-end fingerboards you're going to be spending around $30 to $60 for a deck, and they're very comparable to these professional fingerboards. These are more for the enthusiasts of fingerboarding, so if you are a fingerboard enthusiast, I would recommend getting a pro one. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I mostly was just looking for an excuse to populate my fingerboard park with a little bit more fingerboards because there's not many on here. So this has been a very good reason, and I have some pretty cool fingerboards that will be fun to goof around with at the park. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, then make sure to like, share, subscribe. And if you guys want to see more stuff from this fingerboarding park, comment down below. But here's the fingerboards in action. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.